say how about you?
Yes, I'm also doing great and fantastic. And the way that I connect here the different personalities, so from them I learn a lot. So yes, it's make my day, like greater comparable to old days. So yes.
Yeah, that's great. So yeah, it is our first session. So I know about yourself. So could you introduce?
And I'm sure. So I am from Hyderabad, okay, and I'm pursuing my graduation final year in BCom, and that's the reason I don't focus much more about the study because it's easy. Like we can able to crack the paper after like doing only 1 night, 2 night studies for BCom. So rest of the time I invest for YouTube, and for my career part, I want to do literature, English literature. So always try to keep practice preparing about the CUTE examination so I can get my dream university, JNU. So for that, that's all about me. A very short intro. I would like to know about you also. Yeah, could you
Yeah,
take some?
yeah, it sounds well. So okay, let me introduce myself. So my name is Sandeep, and I hail from Jharkhand. Currently, I'm working as a teacher at private school. My major is accounts and finance. I also belong from commerce background. In free time, I enjoy reading books, learning languages, stacking conversation with strangers, and traveling. So it's my short intro.
Okay, so I connected with accounts, sir. So it's a kind of fear to me. I always have problem with account.
You know, one thing I notice in your background, there is a lot of books. And one book there is, I
Yeah.
can see there is a physics book. So earlier, you know, I was thinking you are from a science background because there is a physics neat like that. The books I could see. I
No,
think
I'm
it
not.
is another room.
No, no, it's not another's room. It's my room only. But there are three self. Okay, and the first one is my sister's. She is aspirant of NEET, so that's the reason you can able to see each and every book related to that. And the upper section, it is my brother. He's in 12th standard. So and the last one that is mine. You are able to see, and the upper one that is mine. So it is related to filled with the communication related books and all the things. Yeah. So
Yeah, that's
that's
why.
all.
So you are in BCom, right?
I am in become final year.
Final year. So I think BCom for 3 years because I have a studies. Then BCom was in 3 years. You know, part one, part two, and part third.
Yes, but we have semesters. Like we have sem one, sem two in first year, and in second year three, four, final year four, and five and six. So like that we have. So yes, only 3 years only become. But now there is a talk going on that education system brings some changes. That it is going to be 4 years, so no need to do like PG post graduation because it's included in your degree only. So I think it's really good, but I'm feeling bad that I'm not going to be a part of that because
Yeah, it will
after
be good because a 3 year for graduation or 2 year for master. So in 4 year you can complete the both degree together. So it will be better. You can save your 1 year.
yes, absolutely right.
And yeah.
So
And after
upcoming.
graduation you can appear for PhD directly. In PhD you can do.
Yeah, yeah, yes, absolutely right. But that is not on that's opportunity not for us because we already near to finish. So that is going to be, like the upcoming students. So for them, it's really very helpful, and they can able to save their 1 year. So for that, yes. So as like you are a teacher, you have been teaching for level 12 students, maybe for degree as well. So I wanted to know that according to you, like your view, what
Yeah.
you are thinking 4 year degree is useful or like 3 years because PG is also somewhere like completing within like that 1 year only. So are students really grabbing the things, learning the things from this 4 year degree?
You know, I have completed two master degree from different university. one from Patna, second from Hazaribagh. So in master degree, when you talk about, so in master degree, there is nothing special. The same thing you have to study whatever you have learned in graduation. The same thing like final account, like a cost account management, a strategic management, risk management, the things you have to study. So only there is a more almost theoretical subject, because ultimately you have to take classes. That means master means, you are going to be a teacher in university or in maybe a school, for 12, 11, 12. Master is necessary if you are going to be teach for 11, 12 students. So it is a good thing if the new regulation or maybe amendment has been passed. There is only 4 year to complete both degree together, so it will be better because we have to save our time. Even in India there is no kind of the the rules and regulations. When we talk about the other countries, so there is a the rules. If you want to complete your degree very soon, you can study hard and you can complete 2 or 3 years degree within a 1 year. Because I have talked with some friends, they are living in other, like the US and UK. They said that you can complete if you study hard. You want to finish your degree very soon. You are like like that a person, you want to do job very quickly and you don't want to waste your more time for a study purpose. Then there is kind of the rules. But in India there is no rules. Doesn't matter you are the topper or genius, you have to spend the time what is provided or what is determined.
Absolutely right. So it doesn't matter that how topper you are. You have to invest the same time that what's the academic times. According to that, you have to follow somewhere if any changes is going to be taken. So it's really useful for the students because they are also somewhere saving their 1 year. Yeah, absolutely fine. So may I know, Sandeep, that what's your dream? What's your goal? What you want to do, like for further? Because you are already a teacher, so what next you are planning? Because goals
you
never
know i
stop.
i I don't like to be teacher anymore. I want to be enter in corporate sector. Yeah, in in commerce, if you're a commerce student, if your education or background was really well, you can start your establish your like a business. You can do better, you can perform better if you have studies well, if you have a practical knowledge as well. So you can do better compared to other
Yes.
students. In business, when we talk about the commerce students, so in commerce student there is no more opportunities. There is only certain or narrow opportunities that you can start a business, you can work in any company, you can work and like a clerk in any, or like a accountant. And the next thing you can do MBA, CA, CS, CMA, like that the things. But when we choose like a science or arts, there is a lot of for uh, arts student, each or every government exam or competition exam for mostly for arts student, because they have to learn together all the subjects. For science they have, there are also they have a lot of opportunities. But when we talk about the commerce, so commerce is a certain opportunities.
Absolutely right. Arts and like science students, even mathematics students, they have a very huge options that they can switch their career after their graduation, maybe their post graduation or further professional course also. But mainly for the commerce, so they have some, like even they have the huge opportunities. But the thing is, in which they have interest, they are unable to do that because the big competition is there in that and the seats are very limited. Absolutely right that you have shared with us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in education system also, if you want to be a teacher in maybe in a school, so your subject, our commerce student subject are like that. We can teach economics for 9, 10th, 8 up to only economic subject, because in commerce background there is a economic subject. Or up to 10 there is not any subject related to commerce, because commerce, it is totally different subject. When any student they choose commerce after 10th, they have to study all the subject different, because accounts, business study, ETP, like that the subject. If they choose even a business mathematics, so it is totally different subject. So after completing your graduation, you want to be a teacher in a school, so you have a certain, like a opportunity to teach. Even you can we can teach mathematics very well, but some school they give priority to mathematics students or science student only to teach mathematics in a school.
Yes. Yeah, a lot of chances is only for the mathematics and for the science mostly people prefer. Because Hindi, English language, if we talk, so it's easy and student can learn by their own also. So the most
Yeah.
preferences is mathematics and for teaching. So maybe as a student, if you're studying, so as a student, you can work as a part-time job also you can do. But if you are a science and mathematics students, then if you are a commerce, then it's a big problem for you. You are unable to work in school, you are unable to earn. Yeah, the very main thing
You know,
key.
I have made I actually I have made lot of commerce students. They only teach mathematics subject to 9 and 10th. Apart from they don't teach any subject. Sometimes they teach English for 9 10th or mathematics subject, because we commerce student we are good at English, mathematics, and our commerce subject like accounts, like that. Apart from these, like a science or like science, social science, Hindi, we don't focus, even we don't know, more about that subject. Only we are good at on few subjects.
Yeah, that is our weak point, you can say.
Yeah. Because when we talk about, social science, there is no related to social science. Yeah, we have a study social science up to 10 class, but to teach up to 10 class, you have to more knowledge, extra knowledge. Maybe you have to must study at least 12th standard. That will be beneficial to teach for 11 12. So yeah, sometimes it's happened when we are going to teach in teach social science subject, but when we choose mathematics and English, so it's okay because we are already good it in both subjects.
Okay, it sounds really good. I have one question, Sandeep. That you said that you are a teacher, right? You are teaching in a private sector. So may I know, like, how many students are capable to speak in English in your class, like in your school where you are teaching or college?
Yeah, still I belong from, I already said I from Jharkhand, but I live in Bihar. So there is no such type of environment where only few students they could speak, but they are speaking broken English. Even when I try to teach them to switch in English, because ultimately you have to learn English, you can't deny. So they don't take interest and they don't take extra burden, because to learn English is not like a easy thing. They have to focus, they have to consistent, try to be uncomfortable where they have to emerge or live in surrounding of English. So mostly they don't take interest to speak English. So only few students they could speak, but they are not very like that fluent. They speak but broken
Mm.
English.
Uh, so, like, how you are teaching to them, like how you are convincing them, how you are sharing them the importance of the English.
Yeah,
Could you
yeah, I always try to motivate or try to give the try to say about the reality of our country India. When we talk about the India, so in India there is a kind of the things or craze to learn English. If you don't learn English in future, you will feel lot of struggle. Even you can even you can begin achieving your goal, whatever you want, you have to learn English. Because I have to talk with lot of people. Even they are like one person, they are police officer, even like they are in a army sector, maybe in a something in a higher post, but still they are struggling to speak English. They he is just practicing English. So one time I was talking to them. Even I talked with some person, they are even in commerce background like a CS, but still they are struggling to speak English, because mostly they focus on a study, because we don't have enough time to focus on language paper like English, improving English. So it's happened in every sector, not in commerce sector also. In every sector achieving our goals, we have to speak, we have to learn. So yeah, I try to give the real examples, but they have a lot of burden to complete the syllabus, to get good marks and do the things. So So they don't want to do extra work that will
Okay.
not help to achieve any marks. Only a student, they focus on getting marks, how to get good marks, how to achieve full marks. They don't want to waste time for where there is no any result. They only work in a temporary result, not in long term result. They want to focus on short term result, like for in this exam, how to get good marks, in this test, how to get good marks, like that.
Short term investment, they are not thinking about the long term. Even though you are explaining the importance of the English, the sharing like the great personalities examples in front of them. So even though absolutely right, they are kids right now, so they are focusing to get the good marks in the like upcoming exams and again upcoming. So that's the reason. So when they will pass out the graduation and post graduation, then they start doing that. But keep continuing to sharing them, just start like speaking with them in a fun and in a musty way, so they don't feel it as a pressure. मतलब क्या बोलते हैं, प्रेशर की तरह उन लोगों को पता नहीं होना चाहिए ना, like they should not feel like that. They should be very relaxed, chill, like game you can start doing, like like word game, Sandeep. Word game
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
sense like you're entering into the class, so during that time only 5 minutes or 2 minutes, just give any word to any person and tell that, speak something about it. Like suppose love is there, so love, what do you mean by love, or what do you mean by YouTube, social media, like that. A very simple word give, and let them to speak, even broken, okay, आधा हिंदी आधा तेलुगु या फिर आधा कोई भी भाषा चलेगा, तोड़ फोड़ के जैसा भी है, start communicating. Just do before your class, please 2 minutes on regular basis do. Okay, so they will like they will try to connect with you, and slowly they will understand you, and they will also try to speak same like us, that how we started, so they will also come and start. I really like love to help to the student, because I'm also helping. Like I'm a student, but still I teach in government schools, government colleges, where I do a lot of masti related things, like गेम्स में खेलते हुए उन लोगों को गेम खिलाते खिलाते बोलना भी सिखाती हूँ. So like starting, like in starting, no one feel interested. What is this, ma'am? We are unable to speak. We are unable to speak. They respond like that. But when I started to make it in a game way, in a fun way, they like started joining me. Like that, even you can also do, Sandeep sir.
Yeah, for this purpose, first of all, I have to be act like a child, like a friend, not like a
Yeah,
teacher. Sometimes when I start to speaking English, mostly I don't speak earlier. Earlier I was speaking English in school, even I was teaching in English way, like English medium. So people are getting, students are getting irritated, or they are not able to understand. So and even this are I'm not getting anything. So please try to explain everything in Hindi. I could understand perfectly. So but when I speak, they say they get influence, or in like influence or inspired, that sir, you are speaking very well. So I said, if you want to speak, you have to be understand, you have be uncomfortable, you try to understand. Even I am speaking English, you focus on my word, what I'm telling you, rather than just sitting in comfortable way where I could speak in your language, native language, you can understand whatever I'm teaching. So it is not good way. You have to be try to be you know face the problem and try to solve the problem. So the things I face, a student, they don't want to face any kind of problem. They want to be comfortable, they want to learn anything in a comfortable way.
yeah,
If they are going to switch in English, they have to be face the problem, because English is a different language, and they have to try to understand. They have to be a stay focused when I'm teaching, when I'm talking. If they don't focus, they could not understand what did I say.
absolutely right. So they are not ready to leave the comfortable zone that in what they are. But to get something, we have to come out of the comfortable zone. Absolutely right. So yeah.
Yeah.
So what next? I was thinking to ask something. I will keep remember that. So till then you can ask anything, Sandeep, if you have anything like any question for me, so you can.
Okay, so yeah, in this session we can add some pronunciation. It will be better for audience if audience will or subscriber will watch, because in India, 90% teachers or even students or they learn they only make mistakes in pronunciation. Even 90% teachers they teach wrong pronunciation. So we Indian, nowadays we are facing the pronunciation problem. So in this video, I'm going to share the 5 correct pronunciation that will help for audience. So you have learned about the content, content. Content or content. So it is the both are same word, but the meaning
Yeah.
or pronunciation is different. We have to one way we have to say content, or second one is content. So content means subject matter. For example, we are making content. This video will be like a content for audience. And content means satisfaction or happiness. For example, my boss is content about my content, what I make to the content. My
Mhm.
boss is content, that means they are happy or satisfied
Happy.
what did I make for him or her. So yeah. So but when you listen a lot of person, they make mistake. They sometimes they content, they say content, but both are different. What are same, but pronunciation is different. When so meaning are also different. So content means study materials, content means satisfactions or happiness. And one thing I also notice, lot of person they say pronunciation. So it is not pronunciation, it is
Yes.
pronunciation. Yeah. So mostly I have faced even our students, my students, they makes mistake when they say pronunciation. Well, what is pronounce? It is not pronunciation, it is pronunciation. So and also Wednesday. When we say Wednesday, so it is not Wednesday, it is Wednesday. Wednesday.
Yeah. Wednesday. Right. Right.
Yeah, but lot of even my students they make mistake. They say Wednesday. So even they actually reason behind they heard every place, everyone, even a teacher. Sometimes they spell they pronounce using the same word for teaching. So they become habitual. So they know very well. Even when I try to provide the well pronunciation, they say no sir, it is right way. Wednesday is right, not Wednesday. I never heard this word earlier. So it's become because they are become habitual to listen those type of words in daily life. But the real thing is Wednesday. And next one is determine. Determine. So a lot of persons say determine, but it is determine, not determine, it is determine.
Okay. Determine.
Determines, but mostly we say even we become habitual to say determine. So but it is determine. And the next thing we say comment. Comment. For example, when we post any videos on YouTube, or that means even in something in question paper, we have to provide some question paper. What is company comment. So we say comment, but it's not comment, it's comment. Comment about this, what is company comment about this. So it is comment, but lot of people they say, even as my students say uh, comment, but it is not comment, it is comment.
Yeah. Even very big YouTubers, they also use comment only, not comment.
Yeah, yeah,
Comment.
I
I didn't.
know. I know it is a
First,
problem.
it's comment.
Not you too.
Comment.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I want to say not only YouTuber. Even if I will start to telling you the name of the teacher, or name of the person, they are reputed person of India. But in India is a major problem. Doesn't matter who how knowledgeable person, even they are very reputed person. I don't want to put his or her name, but they make mistakes. So we know reason behind, because English is not our language. We learn English according to our environment. Whatever we listen, we start to speaking, we try to use, and we become habitual. But we don't know that it is wrong way, it is a wrong, but that's the reason. So in India 90%, I have heard that the 90 percent teachers, even they don't have a well knowledge about pronunciation and phonics, syllable, phonics, pronunciation. They don't know proper way about the phonics, what is phonics, syllable. pronunciation.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, this problem happen mostly to the like you already mentioned that it is habitual. The main problem is habitual. We are get habitual to particular things, so we are continuing it. We don't focus to correct that. We are speaking right or wrong. We don't focus on that. We think that अरे उसने ऐसे बोला हाँ यही है चलो बोलते हैं like that. So yeah, we are
Yeah, yeah,
habitual
it
of that.
happens.
So
Yeah.
I have.
So that's why always I like to talk to native speaker. Mostly I talk to any random guy because I don't like, and I like to talk to the people they are upper intermediate or maybe advanced level because they make minimum mistakes while talking. But I don't like to talk to any beginner because when I talk to any beginner, they make a lot of mistake in grammatical, like a grammatical even pronunciation. So it is better for me. I like to talk to native speaker because when I talk to native speaker, they I it ensure that they could speak 99% or 95% correct pronunciation, grammar, everything. So I like to talk to native speaker because whatever I talk, I listen carefully what they are talking about, what the pronunciation, the word, the reaction, facial, everything. You have to learn. So it is the best way to learn English or practice English. You need to talk to native speakers.
Okay. So are you thinking that native speakers are really always speaking correct?
Yeah, 95% they speak correct.
Okay. So
Sometimes they
can I?
make mistake, grammatical mistake, but
Yeah.
it is okay. But for example, when we talk about my native language, so my native language is Hindi. So yeah, when I speak English, I think only 80% I speak in English or 20% I use English word or sometime Urdu word. So it's happened because 80% I speak only correct English. Sorry, Hindi. Yeah, hello.
Well,
Yeah,
hello.
you are audible. Yeah,
Yes.
audible.
I wanted to confirm you one thing that each and every native speakers, like very rare case, in very rare case, native speakers speak perfect. Like their accent is little bit different, so it sounds that they are perfect. Like they are perfect. It shows that even we think we created our mind in that way that if anyone is a foreigner, so they might be knowing the English very well, but it's not like that because I have like spoken with a lot of n number of native speakers. Okay, so their pronunciation it's really good, but they are weak in English. Really, they are very weak in English.
Yeah, weak in English, but I'm not talking about the literature part. I'm talking about the spoken part where we make communication like that. So I have talked with a lot of person. I'm not talking or speaking about that. I have a last 6 month experience. I have few friends from UK and US. So on daily basis, not daily basis, but at least in a week, I talk 3 to 4 days. So after talking, I realized that I have to talk to native speaker a lot rather than any random guys or any Indians guys. Because when I talk to native speaker, I ensure that I am in a right track and I'm getting something.
So it helps us. Yeah, right. After speaking with a beginner, you already mentioned that they speak grammatically mistakes with that the pronunciation somewhere we think that we wasted our time, but while speaking with a native speaker, so it looks like that we are investing our time and we will get some returns in future. So yes, good, Sandeep.
Yeah, it is the best way. Always, if you are going to learn anything, you have to always try to find the person they are good at that place or in on that field. Because when you follow anyone, they are struggling on that field, so it will be not good for you. You will be like a teacher for those people, but you're a like that you will face a struggle when you try to reach or when you try to be like upper level.
Mm, absolutely right. So speaking with, I think we all should invest time to speaking with uh, big what we can call native speakers. But I have one question: that how we can connect to them, Sandeep? Because I'm a girl, and I don't know that how I can connect to the native speakers. So could you
Yeah,
tell me?
you can use some application, to free to connect with native speaker. It is really difficult because when we talk about to connect with native speaker for practicing English, there is some application, but they take money. There you need to take subscription. But but you want to connect, so there is some application like Hello Talk. I think in that application you can find native speaker, but not always, sometime, because native speakers are not busy. When you talk about the people from UK and US, so they are not free like that. They are learning language, like we are wasting time, not wasting but investing time. So they don't have enough time to like invest. They never focus to learn any language. So
Hmm.
even they know English, or English is like an international language or global language. They can talk with the world, any part of the world, or any part of like the people from all over the world. No need to learn or any other language. But when we talk about the Indians or other persons, they have to learn at least one international language, that is English. So they don't have enough time to learn any language. But if you want to find, you can use Facebook. Facebook is the best platform where you can find, because in Facebook there are millions of pages or groups. So you can go, you can join on that group, you can start chatting, making conversation. After that, when you become like a best friend, or not a best friend, but you will be start knowing each other personally, then you will come across any application like Facebook, sorry, WhatsApp, Instagram, or maybe in this application, and you can start making conversation in video call also. So I talk in audio call only, because they don't like in video call. Even they are giving time, it's it's enough. So, but sometime I help to teach Hindi because my native language is Hindi. So I find some person, they like to learn Hindi. So yeah,
Oh,
I try to be a language partner where I help to exchange the language.
oh, so you are becoming a language translator and even teacher as well. Hindi, English,
Yeah,
both
yeah,
this.
and also I like to learn one language. Not I want to learn so many languages, but in 2025 I have to start a Spanish, because I think Spanish is the third mostly spoken language, or at least we know both language, Hindi and sorry, English and Spanish. So I have started, but yeah, it is totally new language for me. So I have to work like like a systematic way. First of all, I have to complete the fundamental like alphabet, and then start to writing, making the words. So it takes time. So yeah, I first of all I want to be at least very good at English. I pretend myself at intermediate level. So I want to be at advanced level or in fluency level. When I achieve, and I have target, I have to achieve in this year, and from next year I have to switch on another language.
Wow. So like how to start because many of the students, beginners, they mostly in a confusion, like they waste their time at least 2 to 3 months that how we should start, what we should start from, where we should start, like these kind of questions. But you already shared that you are planning to learn Spanish. So you have to go through the alphabetical order, like each and everything you're keeping in a sequence, and according to that you are moving. So I think that for English also you applied the same rule. Could you share the things that how you started English,
you know
Sandeep?
okay, I first of all I want to share my journey. So I have been learning last 6 months. That means in this year I have created my resolutions, new year's resolution. That means you make some things I have to achieve in this year. So I have make resolution that I want to be a very good speaker. I could speak English very well. So I after that I realized there is a three level: beginner, intermediate, and advanced, and after that fluency also. So yeah, so I have been working and I have talked with a lot of people. I like to talk with the people from all over the world. So I have talked with 90 plus countries people. I think in India, sorry, in world there is 195 countries all over the world. So I have already talked with 90 plus 90 plus peoples from all over the world. So yeah, and I like to talk with the people from UK, US, and Australian because they are native speaker. Their uh, like native language or mother tongue is English. So that's I like to talk to only three people from those countries. So I have created my own strategy. I realized that I am working on earlier I was thinking about how to start to learn English. What is the tips and tricks? If anybody, even I'm struggling in this path, so I don't like to follow any teachers. I wanted to be create my own strategy because I think there is a thousand of way to learn any language. So it will be better to everyone. They try to find their weakness and they have to create their own strategy. So I have created 25 or 6 strategies where I have uploaded one video where I have explained all the things, and I have written on any papers. I forget the papers where. So I try to follow all the rules. Like for anybody, if he or she are beginner and they want to speak, first of all they have to focus on speaking. Whatever they speak, if they speak broken English, it's okay, because they have to be confidence. Without confidence they could if you saw, for example, if anybody they want to be clear any exam like CA exam like that. So if you saw the syllabus, the failure of the thing, they never start. But you see, like you have to study this thing, and it is 12th level standard, just you have to study in just advanced level like that. They will start, and gradually then we pass, they will think that what is the reality. But they have not, they are in this level, they will never for give up. They will be a struggle, but they will be continue the same thing in speaking section. So for beginner they have to focus on speaking whatever they speak. Just they focus on vocabulary, grammars, and listening and speaking, only 4%. And after that, when they will comfortable while speaking, sorry, in speaking, then they will already know that they have to work in very many areas, like phonics, synonyms, antonyms, and also reading, writing, speaking, and idioms, phrasal verbs. There is a lot of the things they have to work. Even they have to choose random topics for conversation. And also there is a so many topics I forget, I have to see that. So we have to follow all the things. It is the best way. And first of all they have to talk to any like a teacher or maybe any good native speaker. They could give the review or feedback, because feedback is so necessary. A lot of person I found they are making mistake, but they are comfortable because they think that they are speaking well, they are speaking very fast. And but no, sometimes we make mistake, even we don't realize that it is mistake. So we need to take feedback on regular basis, because feedback help to when we get bad feedback. So it is kind of the things we have to improve ourselves. If we get good feedback, that means it is like a appreciation that yeah, our struggle, our struggle or the journey is going to be worth. So yeah, we have to follow all the things, or it is the best way. And everybody, they don't need to follow any teacher's rule. They have to follow their, they have to create their own rules.
Right. Yes, you shared very main points, Sandeep, and it should be focused by every beginner and the persons who are passionate towards to learn this language, so they can also follow it. Like like following to the teacher, watching this video, that video, and all the things. Keeping aside these all things, just generate the things thoughts, because you are capable to do that, right? Because our brain is faster than what we can call Google and AI, whatever. If we are thinking with that level, so we are going to do best for ourselves. We know ourselves that how what we are. According to that, if we are planning, so we are going to achieve a lot of things. And the main thing that you have mentioned here, that is like, don't keep the things at a very high and like is very tough like that. Don't think in that way. You not, oh, it's very small, yeah, I can able to do, and try to cut down it in small pieces, in a small part.
One thing I want to tell you, you know you have make one mistake. I can able to do. So I can able to do, can or able to do, both the meaning have same. I can do, I am able to do. So we can say able in I am able to do, I was able to do, I will be able to do. But I can't say can or able. Yeah.
Right. Thank you
Because
so
earlier
much.
I was doing the same mistake, but when I was talking with a one teacher. She's from Australia, actually Indian Australian. She was born in India but living in Australia. So she was in counter when but I never trust in any person when they find my error. First of all, I check on using book, and then I want to learn in a perfect way. Because when I tell someone, and when I will suggest to someone, I am at least correct, like not anybody like I have heard any wrong thing and I'm going to share the wrong thing again. So no. So yeah, it was really the miss, but a lot of people I have heard, they use, but it is like the things we are thinking like it is correct, but it is not correct.
Right, right, right. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. I was using this two words like from a very long time. No one correct me. Even I have spoken with a lot of good speakers, but they didn't point out me. But I'm really
One thing I want to suggest you, if you want to recorrect your grammatical error yourself, in Facebook there is a AI option. Have you ever seen? Sorry, in not Facebook, in WhatsApp. In WhatsApp,
yes, yes.
in chatting option you can say AI. So whatever you want to ask, just type and say it is correct or it is grammatical correct. In last you have to type this word. They will tell you the reason it is correct, if it is not correct, so why the reason. So the best teacher is AI nowadays in your sorry, in WhatsApp.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so mostly
Yeah.
whenever I have any kind of doubt, even I have to write any, like a mail or Gmail, anything. So, in this scenario, I use AI. So AI is not well, very well, but at least for me, even, I have, English is a kind of teacher we Indian already have. So only 90, and 90% teachers they don't know very well English, but still they are teacher, they are teaching because they teach only the specific subject materials, and, they get good marks even as students. They don't teach in a proper way because they don't know English in a proper way. Rarely you can find a good teacher. They know very well all the grammatical rules. I have a one teacher. Actually, he is not my teacher, but I have met on internet. So really, he is an excellent teacher. He know everyone. He can find error of every person because they are excellent in grammar. So the reason behind. So those type of teacher rarely you can find in India. Rarely.
You can stay connected with us, with him, and if it is possible, so try to connect me also with that sir, because maybe somewhere he will help me a lot. Because same
Yeah.
whatever mistakes I do, like how you catch. So I'm really searching for same persons like you. So like whenever we are speaking, what mistake we are doing, if someone is helping us during that time, so it really help us a lot to become like intermediate level to advanced speaker level. So it short
Yeah.
out the journey by that. Thank you a lot to correct my mistake. I felt very happy after connecting with you, Sandeep.
Okay.
So
Yeah, we
any
can wind up. Yeah, we can wind up, wrap up this session.
questions we can.
Okay.
Bye.
Hi.
Thank you for
Okay,
having
bye.
me.
Have a nice day.
Bye. Take care.
Okay.